Avengers issue number 679. This is part 5 of No Surrender. Where's Johnny Storm? Where'd he go? Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And this week, guys, we're in the car doing a few reviews. Got a lot of work going on, so got to fit in the reviews where I can. So today, we're going to be talking about Avengers No Surrender, issue number 679. This is part 5 of the weekly series, No Surrender. And in the last issue, we wound up seeing Johnny Storm go and touch this like pyramid thing, and he winds up getting his flame extinguished, but you don't know what happened to him. And you also don't know what happened to the Black Dwarf from the, I think it was the Black Order, I think he's from. So you don't know what happened to those guys. Did they disintegrate and die? Like, what happened to these guys? Now, my first thought was, yeah, they're not dead, right? Okay, so let's see how this issue continues the story. So we wind up opening up, and we wind up seeing the Grandmaster. And then we finally get to see the mysterious character that's with the Grandmaster. And we find out that his name is the Challenger. And so he's a very big and bulky guy. He's like almost the size of the Hulk. He looks very menacing. And so you get to see him for the first time. So as the issue progresses, we wind up finding out that Lightning is very sad because she couldn't get to Johnny Storm in time. And Rogue is very upset about the situation. We also get to see how Wasp and Hank are not happy about the condition of Jarvis, as well as his condition is declining. So the things for the Avengers are just not going right at this particular point in time. And so what this issue really focuses on, after the fact of the whole Avengers introduction, we wind up seeing what happens to Johnny Storm, what happens to Black Dwarf. And we find out that they are not dead. They are actually in a chrysalis or a crystal, and it's something like you would expect from the Grandmaster, like especially if you played Contest of Champions. Heroes break out of crystals and stuff like that. So they're stuck in these crystals. Now we find out that the obstacles were the Avengers. They weren't supposed to be the players, but it looks like now they're part of the game. And as the issue progresses, we wind up seeing the history of the Grandmaster and the Challenger and where they're from. We find out that they are elders. And being that you're elder and your life is basically infinite, they had nothing to do, but they wound up playing games against each other. And whoever would win would call themselves the Grandmaster. And their games became more and more high stake as time went along. And so it came to the point where the Grandmaster and the Challenger at that time said, this is the last one. If you don't win, we're going to vanish you off. And so basically that's what happens. We see the Grandmaster, he winds up winning. He becomes the true Grandmaster. And it wasn't until most recently he makes his return, and they're doing this most recent game. So now you know why the Grandmaster and Challenger are having this type of game with the Black Order and the Lethal Legion. It's just a big game, and whoever wins gets is vanished off. And by the time we wind up getting to the end of this very book, we wind up seeing that there's a mysterious character buried beneath the ruins of the mount in New Mexico. So that's how the issue ends. What did I think about this particular book? I thought this one actually slowed down the pace of the book, which it needed to. It needed that break. And it dove on some good character development on who the Grandmaster was, who the Challenger was, who, you know, where they came from, and why they're playing this game to begin with. I thought it was really cool. So now by the time you get done reading this issue, you find out who are the players on the board. You find out that it's the Grandmaster, you find out that it's the Challenger, you find out that it's the Avengers, the Black Order, and the Lethal Legion. Now, and Earth is the playing field. So now you have everything laid out in front of you. You know who everybody is, and now the story can move forward on who will win this battle and what will be the outcome and all the stuff in between. So I like this book. I like the character development of it. It just wasn't throwing punches this time around. So good stuff here. I'm going to give this book a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Guys, leave me the comments below on what you thought of this book. What do you think about this event up until this point? And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and fans, again, thank you so much. The channel doesn't exist without you. I'll see you guys on the next review. Take care, everyone. Bye.